around the last Blockbuster so
yeah.
we can get in there.
Yeah, build a fence around the last Blockbuster and we should be good.
Yeah, we got sound effects for this episode, right?
I think so.
You got it all queued up. You ready for this? Are we recording?
Bend, Oregon.
Someone didn't listen to the episode.
Oregon. Oh, they'll get mad if you say Oregon.
Oregon,
it's
really?
Oregon,
It's
yeah.
Oregon?
Oregon.
O-R-E, like or?
Yeah.
It's not Oregon.
Yeah.
I'm going to go there and be like, oh, I love being in Oregon.
Yeah.
Oregano.
Yeah.
And on that note, cue the music.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know we were doing this.
Go. You sounded like Kermit. Hello and welcome to another episode of In Our Honest Opinion. I am Will, and joining me as usual is...
It's Marvin.
Hey! It's your turn.
Adam.
Hey! And we've got a guest with us tonight. Your name is...
Nicole.
It is Nicole. I'm going to move your mic closer to you because we want to make sure we don't lose you.
I can't hear myself or anything. So.
Here, you can take this one if you want. I promise I don't have ear cooties.
You better not.
Ew.
Or
I'll
else.
take the other one just in case.
You can't.
Nope,
You
good
have
luck.
It's not going to work.
Don't worry, I went home and showered. I'm all clean. But Nicole, you are. This is your first time on the show, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I was trying to remember season 1. Sorry, season 1's a blur.
Cheese. All in.
Cheese.
Was there noise on that?
Cheese? Did you say cheese or cheese?
I said cheese. All in.
Cheese.
Gosh, what the heck?
Cheese, all in. I had vegan cheese today.
How was that?
gross.
Tasted like regular American cheese, like
Really?
regular yellow cheese. Yeah. Maybe
You didn't
had a
know
bad
regular
brand.
American cheese was vegan?
Yeah, no, that definitely not.
So that egg that you ate was definitely not vegan.
No, the egg was not. I will not give up eggs.
I know, but you're...
How do you like your eggs?
I'm working on
Fried or fertilized?
fertilized. Anyways, Nicole, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you like? Why do you like Adam? And other important questions that rotate this planet.
Well, okay. My name's Nicole. Obviously, I enjoy movies. Same with Adam. Adam's probably most likely my better half in that. Definitely.
We probably wouldn't agree with that.
I'm also a teacher. I teach middle school history.
I mean, that's awesome. History.
Yeah,
Ooh, okay.
I enjoy a lot of history movies, and movies that make you think. One of my favorite movies is going to be Inception.
Okay.
Okay. I like
Not
that
mad at
one.
Yeah, Inception was fun.
I'm a fan of Inception.
It's a terrible movie.
Shut your
Get out of
hole.
here.
Would you say it's like...
I said shut your hole.
Oh, okay. I was like, I heard something about hole, and I was like, what did you just
Nope.
say to him?
Joke's on you.
that's
My hole is not open.
Not yet. Wait till the
It's because you're not
episode.
trying.
The episode's got a little bit more to go. But so you do like Inception's a good choice. I think that's a very good movie. I think everyone kind of enjoyed that overall.
It's
a good
actually
movie.
good. I was kidding.
And so we've got a bunch of stuff to talk to you guys about today. So we're going to talk about Apple getting sued. We've got a couple of trailers to talk about later on. Paranormal Activity coming to America too. But before we jump into everything, Marvin, you've got things to say to the people.
I do. Let me go ahead and start this fire.
Start it, man.
Did he?
Yeah, I just want to
Wow.
have everyone, just thank everyone for joining us this evening.
It's the worst sound.
Go
Where's
ahead
our
and
s'mores?
exactly. Give us a 5-star rating, written text review.
Yeah.
That allows us to get out there and give everybody. Come on, everyone. What are we giving them?
Digital hugs.
Whoops.
I was letting
I
you,
know.
I was letting you yell it, and I was just gonna follow it up with a sultry. You know, what my daughter said to me today. She goes, "Is it possible that I can just show up on your podcast just to say digital hugs?" And I was like, "I'll figure out some way."
You can at least
That's
record
funny.
it.
Yeah,
and then
that's
we
exactly
can
what I
make a
was thinking.
soundbite.
Bring the soundbite. That's exactly
It'll
it.
be amazing.
So.
Yeah, that's funny.
But yes, remember, guys, like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. Head over to inouronestopinion.com for all of our links. And then, of course, Adam analyzes for all of his stuff. So, where do you guys want to start off? Because I think let's kick this off with EA EA games.
Sports, it's in the game.
EA Pig.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That's what, hey, man. That's
No,
tricky.
man. There was like 3 games that used the big thing.
Yeah. I think it was all their extreme ones, and the only one I cared about was SSX Tricky.
I was gonna say it was
Yeah, I didn't play any of those.
SSX, and that was about
Tricky
it.
to rock a rhyme. To rock a rhyme is right on time.
Yeah.
So
Whoa, hold up, Marvin. Were you worried that I was gonna knock over your drink?
No, I wanted to be able to actually drink my drink.
No.
Punch through my laptop.
Oh, it's not there anymore.
This, I could just go like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, you had to reach around?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yup.
Now you know Adam. He doesn't like to reach around.
Yeah.
So EA recently announced that they were switching to releasing these things for their games called Surprise Mechanics.
Oh, my goodness.
You guys know what Surprise Mechanics... You guys know what loot crates are, right?
Yes.
For anyone who doesn't know, loot crates are these things that you usually pay for in games, and you unlock weapons, skins, and all kinds of other stuff.
All for money.
Yeah, all for real world money.
Real
And
doll hairs.
So there's been a huge backlash, especially in the past, I want to say year and a half, where people are tired of it because a lot of times they break the game, right? You pay a couple dollars, you get all the super strong stuff, and then the people who actually have to grind it out never catch up, which kind of sucks.
It becomes pay to win, and in order to grind it out, you got to spend maybe 200 hours just to possibly get a chance to get
RPG
an item.
amount of time.
It's ridiculous.
You guys play any EA games or any games that have a kind of loot crates?
I think the last one I played was Overwatch.
Okay. Adam?
It's got to be the first Battlefront, but
Ooh.
Wait.
that
I was about to say wasn't that the one that kind of like
no, the first Battlefront, not
the second one?
not Battlefront 2.
Oh, okay.
The first one, that was like what, 3 years ago?
Maybe I gotta look that up.
That was like the last EA game that I played.
Gotcha.
And the fact that they're calling this Surprise Mechanics,
It's just them trying to get around it. Nicole, do you play any games?
I do, but definitely not those type of games. However, my students, I should say, are
2015.
obsessed with Fortnite. So I'm not surprised that it's another service, trying to make it more addictive and, I guess immersive as far as the gaming's going. But
Yeah. And Fortnite, I think for the most part, I don't think they would fall into that, right? Because their not subscription, but what you're paying for is usually skins, right?
Yeah, it's aesthetic stuff.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Not anything that partakes in the game.
Or the $10 I think for the season, so you can unlock more skins and stuff like that because
but
they
it's
cap
still
you.
like money towards the game.
No, yeah, you're right, and they
but
make.
weren't you
hundreds
doing
of
that for a
millions.
while with Fortnite?
I tried it once. Remember, I said I'm going to try for the season because if you play enough, you earn enough V-Bucks to pay for the next season. Guess what?
You didn't.
I did not. I was all like, I'm going to try this and see if it's actually easy to do with my casual gaming. Hell no. $10 experiment. Yeah. All right. Good to know.
Yeah, Surprise Mechanics. I just can't get over that because all they did was rename it.
Yeah.
That's
And
exactly
it's
same package.
I mean, it's still, this is a crappy surprise.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like the type of
see
thing,
what you
like,
did there.
no, this is like something that you say you go out, you get some kind of food, and it affects you in a way you didn't think it was going to.
Wow. Are you calling this the Taco Bell of
This is pretty much that. I mean, it's a bad
Gotcha,
surprise mechanic.
Yeah.
And I was hoping it would go away, and it did for a little while.
Yeah, I think they shut it off, but very little while. Like it's only been a few months, right? Like, and then they're like, "All right, guys, we got it."
It's been like a year because
Surprise
if you remember, they completely took that out of Battlefront 2.
You're right.
Yeah.
It was
you're right. I
it was
forgot about that.
completely removed for like what, a year, or like the remaining of its
Yeah, because
life
it's getting
cycle.
boycotted by everybody, like
Yeah.
it should be.
So Battlefront 2 came out in 2017. Yeah, I guess I could see. You're right. It's been a little bit now.
So they figured the dust is cleared and they can just throw this out there again.
And so EA says that, and I'm trying to pull up the full statement here, but I guess their surprise mechanics are quite ethical, is their quote.
Yeah, about that. Honkai.
We don't call them loot boxes. We refer to them as surprise mechanics. If you go to, I don't know what your version of Target is, but a store that sells lots of toys, and you do a search for surprise toys, what you'll find is that this is something people enjoy. They enjoy surprises. And so it's something that's been part of toys for years, whether it's Kinder Eggs or Hatchimals or LOL Surprise. I don't even know what the hell LOL Surprise is.
Okay, so
I think
hold
it's
up.
all that garbage. Yeah.
Hold up one moment, though.
What's up?
With them saying about it being like toys and all these things that kids enjoy,
Yeah.
they're gearing it towards kids again. And wasn't this one of the big issues that they had before?
Yeah, because then it's having those kids go ahead and, leech their parents for it or whatever. And it's targeting, people who can't. And then I think in some states, isn't it like borderline like gambling? Like
It is.
it's as addictive as gambling.
And that's where
I
they're
think
getting-
research has proven.
Because I think they're in court when they said that whole surprise mechanic thing in the UK because of all this.
That's
And
funny.
there's a video regarding it. I haven't watched it yet, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. Moment for moment, loot boxes are engineered to capture attention with a mixture of spectacle and psychological trickery, not unlike what you might find at a slot machine.
Yup.
Well, good job, EA. You're still trash.
Yup.
Did I just knock that sponsor out? Sorry.
We don't want that sponsor.
Yeah, I don't.
I would definitely take it.
I mean, I probably would too, but I wouldn't have it for long, I'm sure.
Yeah, it'd be like one of
The
those
next
things like,
episode,
be like, I'm not proud of it, but
the worst endorsement ever, right?
yeah.
Yep.
Be
They
like,
pay for it, guys, and so if you decide to let them leech you too,
so about
right ahead.
Madden 2020.
yeah.
That's an extra couple dollars we just earned.
There was a noise with that?
Yeah.
Perfect. For anyone, for everyone listening, I don't have an earbud in, so I don't know what's happening on the other end of this. It'll be very interesting to go back and hear it. All right, so let's talk about a little bit of horror films, or a horror film. Is that the little...
Yes.
Oh, nice. I like that. From topic to topic. Okay.
Indeed, it's like turn the page.
Nicole, are you a fan of horror films?
I am. They're definite ones that I enjoy. I enjoy It Follows a lot. What's that one?
It Follows was not bad.
It Follows? Was that the name of it?
Yeah, the
wait,
STD
yeah.
transfer demon.
No, because I'm thinking because there's a movie called It Waits, and that's why I just got it confused.
And then there's a movie called It.
Yeah,
So
I like it.
yeah.
What's the one with the ghost? I always forget.
It changed its mind, and your mic.
Oh.
one with the ghost.
Yeah, the one with the ghost.
There's lots of ghost movies.
Ghostbusters.
Were there 13 of
Frighteners.
The
them?
one where the...
If there were 13 of them, I think I know the movie.
I like 13. That was a good movie.
The one that we just saw, the one that the boyfriend dies and becomes a ghost.
Casper.
Casper was a boy. Well, I mean, Christine.
Boyfriend
Devon
dies
Sawa.
and becomes a ghost.
Yeah, and watches her and
Was it the
go
movie
on
Ghost?
life and like
Patrick Swayze?
but that's not a horror movie.
Maybe it scared her. What is this
It's not a
title?
horror
What is
movie.
the name of this movie?
It was actually called A Ghost Story, and yeah, if you're looking for horror with that, yeah,
Was it
people aren't
Glass?
I told that.
people aren't going to enjoy that if they're looking for a
ghost
horror
story?
movie.
I don't know.
What the
Yeah.
heck is that? Oh, you've
I
seen
told
that.
Adam I was gonna screw up. So.
Was it anything like Ghost
I
Dad?
was about to say you recognize
Yeah, I
the
don't
art.
know that at all.
I mean, it's not as funny as Ghost Dad.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that at all. Instagram alerts. All right. Well, Paranormal Activity is getting another film. Don't they have
I'm
like
not
four of these?
necessarily fan of Paranormal Activity.
Do you believe in ghosts? Does it
I
scare you?
do, but it
Does
just
scare you?
doesn't. It doesn't seem real to me.
Do you believe in life after love?
I'm sure they say. Nice. I like that. That's scary.
I am interested because it's got Blumhouse with it, so maybe it'll go a different turn.
Well, they actually produced all of them though.
Did
Yeah, they were
Blumhouse really is like anyways, that's a whole
like
topic.
where did they come
They came
from?
out of nowhere, and
nowhere,
like
yeah.
they're on everything.
Yeah.
I actually think Paranormal Activity, the first one, was one of their first
First
like
films.
movies, and they had nothing to do with it
What
other
about
than
Paranormal Activity?
other than picking it up.
2007.
I did read somewhere that it collectively occurred over 401 million domestically and 890 million around the world. So maybe the final
Which
film.
one? The first one?
No, together.
Oh.
The
Together.
entire season or movie.
I was all like, what the hell? This is a $1 billion
No.
franchise?
No.
I mean,
Sorry,
it's not
movies.
Fast and the Furious. so
No,
we don't,
but-
yeah, it's not
But
there
but
yet.
let's think about it. These are made for
Pseudo.
next to nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So
Yeah, the first movie was made for $15,000 and it made 190 mil. So not bad.
yeah, it's a pretty good profit.
Yeah, exactly. That's not a bad return, right? I'm pretty sure 15 grand fell out of one of these guys' pockets. And they were like, make a movie with that, see what happens.
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, the director of the first one, Oren Pelly, he actually used his own house. That's actually his house.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Save that money.
Yeah.
Speaking of house,
Little
I
Dicky.
enjoy
Yep.
Haunting of the Hill House. That's a good.
The Netflix
Yeah.
one? I still gotta.
I need to watch that.
No one watched it.
I mean, you did.
I
So
did.
you're wrong.
You
I
guys
did.
saw it.
I did.
I saw the first episode. No, first 2 episodes. I think.
I saw the title card. Does that do anything?
I think so.
Ooh yeah.
What did
So-
you think of that title card?
Nice. Ooh, yeah.
It's a good
Oh,
font.
Yeah. It'll make you say, "Oh yeah."
They use a really
Yeah.
good font.
Well, I was just thinking of
Fun with
Ouya
fonts.
because we still have the stupid hashtags from last episode.
Ooh, oh, at the bottom. Yeah, you see
Yeah.
it.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Are you guys fans of Paranormal Activity? How many of them have you seen?
I've seen 4 or 5 of them.
How many are there total?
I think 6. I want to say 6 in the
Paranormal
main
film
story.
series.
I think it's 6. Yeah,
Gotcha.
6.
I think
films.
there's 6 in the main story. There is a Japanese spin-off.
Which
Japanese film.
scarier.
There it is. Paranormal
Yeah.
Activity 2, Tokyo Night.
Yeah,
Ooh, is that like
Since
Tokyo
2010.
Drift?
which
Han
I
dies at the end.
Yeah.
which I actually was going to watch,
haunts
but
them.
that was the night that I sliced my finger open and wound up in the emergency room.
So you're telling me you'd rather slice your finger open
Than
than
watch
get
the
out of
movie?
watching
Yeah.
that Paranormal Activity?
It's that bad, huh?
Wow,
Foreign films, am I right though?
that's a lot.
Paranormal Activity in 2007, Activity 2 in 2010, 3 in 2011, 4 in 2012, the marked ones in 2014.
That was the spin-off. That was one of the
Gotcha.
spin-offs.
Ghost Dimension in 2015, and then now the next one for June.
Yeah, I actually stopped watching with number 5 and number 6 or whatever. 4 was a big turnoff for me.
Yeah?
It was lame. There was no scares or anything. I know you guys aren't
I
a fan
think I've
of
seen
like.
the first 3 of these.
It's almost like your Saw series.
Yeah, well,
I thought that was a ghost boo, so that was not really what I was. Whoops.
Close enough. Boo.
I've got to say, like outside of the first one, the third one is probably my favorite. With the first one,
You said
stands up there.
the which one with the first one?
The third one.
The third one
Uh-huh.
is as good as the first one in my opinion, and I like some of the crazy camera tricks that they did on that one.
Just like Fast and Furious.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah, just
no.
like that.
I'm actually saying about in the third one they had that where they connected the camera to the fan because it was oscillating.
So I saw all of them close together. So I'm going to be honest. Like I don't know what to differentiate them. All I know is that I've seen them, and so that's funny. Okay, so that was the third one.
Three was the one with the witches, and I don't even care for witches.
Yeah.
But
that's downstairs. And, okay.
again, that ending was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like I really like that ending.
They're all right movies, at least for me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a big horror fan, but I didn't see anything amazing about them. I could see how they easily turn a profit, though. Like again, with that low a budget, they're like, yeah, rake in the money, go right ahead. It's,
Right.
Nothing. Well, I mean, with then the next one coming out, I'm sure I'll probably give that one a watch just to see what the difference is. But excitement for it, I can't say I have any.
Yeah, as far as actual excitement, I'm not. I mean, okay, here's the big problem. What else can they do? I mean, they've done it. Things go boom. Like
Yeah.
weird paranormal stuff. It's
Yeah, pretty much. Someone gets thrown at the camera. Call it
Hey,
a day.
man, it could be like Season of the Witch. Just make that total 180. You never know.
Season of the Witch.
Or whatever that Halloween movie was that you love
What?
so much.
Yeah, Halloween 3 Season of the Witch.
Yeah, they could just kind of 180 the Paranormal Activity. And
Because I was thinking, like, all of a sudden, I'm like, the Nick Cage,
movie? That's what I figured. You were hoping for it.
Yes, bring Nick Cage into
Anything
Paranormal Activity. Exactly.
I mean, I've never seen Season of the Witch, the Nick Cage film, but I'd watch it.
He'll pull up to the house in a Shelby GT.
Oh, the new GT 500 with 760 horsepower, 600.
My unicorn.
Yeah.
My unicorn.
What, Nicolas Cage or the Mustang?
Boffum.
Yep, exactly.
Boffum.
That's right. Boffum.
Yep.
Is that the name of this episode?
I think so.
Anyways,
But anyway, for anyone that's gonna check out Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, hit us up.
Yeah.
Seriously, because that movie's very underrated.
we'll see. I'll see if anyone posts in the comments. Remember, guys, you can do that on Instagram, on YouTube, on everywhere, everything.
Darth,
but always,
Darth,
honest,
Darth Zigzag might.
You're calling him out.
Hopefully he watched it. Hopefully he enjoys it.
Well, we'll see. InOurHonestOpinion.com, of course, where all of our episodes are posted, and you can always comment there as well. So, this one's next topic. We've got a sequel to a classic film that I'm not too keen on, but I did recently see that it got a director attached to it, and I like the director. I'm talking about Coming to America 2.
Oh. I was hoping for it would be Warriors of Virtue remake.
Psych. You know, no matter how many times we say it, I don't think it's going to do anything. It's not going to happen.
It's unfortunate, man. It's a good movie.
But we'll keep throwing it out in the universe, because at that point, something might happen. So.
Blumhouse, Warriors of Virtue. Come on.
Right.
Let's do it.
A horror?
Let's do it.
Spin on it? That'd be hilarious.
Let's do it.
Oh, man. Only if The Rock is attached.
Or A-Rock?
Coming...
Did it have to be him, or can it just be a Rock?
It's got to be him. He produces
okay.
everything. Coming to America is an old late 80s film starring Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. Eddie Murphy is the Prince of Zamunda.
Yeah.
And he's looking for a wife, so he goes to Queens, New York. You guys seen Coming to America?
Yes.
I have not.
You have not?
Time
I
ago.
have not.
My God.
Long
And you
time
teach
ago.
kids?
I live a sheltered life.
Yeah, we're actually working through some 80s films. We watched Summer School last night.
Oh, did
That
you?
one was
Yeah.
pretty good. I like it.
Oh,
Sleepaway Camp?
It sounded like you were going to say something negative about it. That one was pretty...
Did you watch Sleepaway Camp yet?
No.
Oh.
And you just want her to see for the last scene, right? The last scene of the movie.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Surprise.
We should all watch Sleepaway Camp all together.
Yeah, why not?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, we'll be back, guys.
It's the summer solstice. That's what needs to happen.
It actually cracks me up that you're such a fan of that movie.
I just think it's hilarious.
Okay.
Sleepaway Camp came out in the 80s?
80?
It
I
did.
think it was 1980. I first heard of it because of Robot Chicken.
The second one
1983. Huh? That was the year I was born.
the second one has Bruce Springsteen's sister in it.
Oh.
Britney Springsteen?
Yeah, I was about to say Brusette is what I was going to go with. But okay.
I forget what her name is, but she's the one that plays Angela in number 2 and number 3.
Gotcha.
It's a different person, so. Anyway.
1983. All right, so I'm a huge fan of Coming to America. I own the movie. I've watched it one too many times, quoted it one too many times, but I always find it funny. The idea that they're going to do a sequel with, I'm hoping both of them, Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, because they're definitely what carried that film. But the director is Craig Brewer, who directed Black Snake Moan, which
Never
I think
saw
got
it.
good reviews. I've only seen parts of it, but that I remember being the movie was praised.
Never
Hustle
saw
and
it.
Flow, which I enjoyed.
Never
Terrence
saw it.
Howard?
Yep. Did you see it?
No.
You haven't seen that?
Nope.
Man, it's hard out here for a pimp. Nicole, did you ever watch
Nope.
Hustle? You didn't watch Hustle and Flow?
Is that
Terrence Howard?
That's not part of like your
No, no, no.
history.
It's War Machine.
No, I'm thinking like, what is it? The band that the group that did that song?
Oh, 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah,
They're trash, by the way. They won an Emmy, I think, or not an Emmy.
People were wondering why that song was being played at the Oscars and why it was being
At the Oscars.
nominated
They did
for
win
like
an
Song
Oscar,
of the
that's
Year
what it was.
because of the lyrics of the song.
Yeah.
well written
I
music.
can't believe. And people were like, "Oh, 3-6 is so great." For anyone listening who is a 3-6 Mafia fan, I mean this with all my heart. Their music is trash. But
You are calling people out because people like them.
yeah,
People actually like
I'm
them.
not
well.
people. I'm not people.
Looks like he doesn't like to get crunk.
No,
None of you guys like to get crunk.
I don't think 3-6 gets crunk.
Hey,
Some
They get crunk.
some people like ICP as well.
They get overplayed. I'd rather listen to ICP than I would 3-6.
get out of my house.
And then
Done with that.
when Will comes back, he's gonna be painted up like a juggalo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Right when he gets into the car.
I'm a juggalo.
He's gonna
Isn't
start
that what R.
applying
Kelly
the
was singing
makeup.
about?
Yep. And then go to Cracker Barrel. I don't know why.
Cracker Barrel.
Wow.
I don't know. They have nothing to do with Juggalo. I'm hungry. I'm sorry.
I've never been.
You never
He's
been
a-
to Cracker Barrel?
No, never been. Not
What?
once. I know, right?
That's
I
Bro,
know.
you need to do yourself like
I've only ever been to Cracker Barrel once.
To use their bathroom, right?
Yeah,
Perfect.
it was the Taco Bell surprise.
Take that, EA. I got a surprise for you.
so. Yeah, I think I had to leave this podcast since you guys. It's terrible.
I enjoy Cracker Barrel.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you. One of you guys makes sense.
I guess I'll have to add it to my list.
Yeah.
But he actually also directed. Craig Brewer also
That's right, we're
directed
talking about Coming to America too.
the Footloose remake, which again I was a fan of.
It was
and
good.
I watched it again not too long ago. Have you seen
I
the
have seen Footloose, yes.
Footloose, the original with Kevin Bacon?
I don't
I'm
know
looking
because
at him because
For
we haven't watched it together.
you haven't
Oh.
seen the original Footloose together?
So
maybe not. I don't know.
okay, so here's
what is
I
wrong
don't
with
remember
you, Adam?
half the stuff.
okay. So
ever.
here's the thing about it. If you saw the original Footloose, you saw the remake. If you saw the remake, you saw the original.
You're not
Okay,
wrong.
well, there you go. Then yes.
You really like you're not.
Short answer, yes.
Have you seen Wild Things? It's like the same movie.
Yeah, kind
not.
of.
They both have Kevin Bacon.
Yeah,
Watch Wild Things. You'll enjoy it.
that's right.
Takes place in what? Florida, right?
I thought you were going to say floppy penis. But
No.
okay.
No.
It takes place in. Never mind.
Floppy penis, Florida.
That must be far south. Thank you. Low hanging fruits.
Yep.
But anyways, I enjoyed the Footloose remake. The guy's got a solid resume as far as films goes, and I mean if he does to Coming to America 2 what he did to Footloose, then this is gonna be good.
But that was a remake. This
Yeah,
is
it
a
was a
sequel.
remake.
So
Whatever, man.
It's not gonna be.
If
the
he
same.
maybe he's being gentrified, right? Maybe he's got to go back to Zamunda, and so this is pretty much Coming to America 1, just the other way around, him going back. Or you can catch the blues.
Talk with your
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah, you're hearing all of that. I was like, dang, he doesn't usually talk this much with his hands.
It's weird being on this side of the table,
Yeah.
Yeah,
looking into Adam's eyes.
I see
He
you.
nods.
I see you, man.
I mean, you're probably behind Jared in the
Yeah.
line, right?
Exactly.
Oh,
That's right.
Hey.
That's
Wow.
right. That's right. Jared wants to marry me, or Marty me, as the autocorrect said.
yeah. He's a big guy.
I'm
Consider
scared.
yourself wrapped.
I'm scared.
It's like the movie Clan of the Cave Bear.
I'm scared.
What was
Clan-
this a Disney
Clan
special?
You never seen Clan of the Cave Bear? I think
No,
Daryl
that doesn't
Hannah?
even sound like a real. That's like a game
They're
being
like a
called
bunch
Warface.
of like cave people.
Clan of the Cave
Yeah,
Bear?
Clan of the Cave Bear and a bunch of cave people, and she was constantly always getting taken advantage of. And he had like this little hand motion whenever he wanted some.
I saw the movie The Bear. I saw that when I was a kid.
I haven't seen that. Is it anything like The Revenant?
No.
I haven't
I mean,
seen
that
that
title
either.
sounds like a little kid movie, but once you explain
Oh,
the plot,
It's definitely not a little kid movie.
The Revenant?
That
Well,
one's more of a little kid
that
movie
too.
than Clan of the Cave Bear.
Ooh.
Ooh. Well, I'm pretty sure he's not going to end up making like an exact copy of the first one. But like I said, he's got a solid resume. I'm hoping it turns out to be something
I
good.
was right. It is Daryl Hannah.
Daryl Hannah, Mermaid?
Clan
Yeah,
of...
okay.
I never saw it.
Clan of the Cave Bear.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, I figured you did.
She
Oh,
she
my
looks like
gosh.
she's
I don't
wearing like
remember any of that at all.
kabuki makeup in a way. That's what it reminds me of.
You're kabuki.
I know, right? Seriously.
Let's talk about Apple getting sued. So there is a class action lawsuit because Apple is being sued with the idea that the App Store is a monopoly. People are saying that it's unfair because Apple requires that any app that's being sold is sold for a minimum of 99 cents. Apple, of course, takes their 30% cut off of everything sold in the App Store. And then in order to create the apps and upload it to or submit it to Apple, you've got to sign up for their oh my god, what the hell is that thing called? Developers, their portal, which is $99 a year. So people are saying that's unfair. I wanted to see what you guys thought. Do you guys think it's fair that Apple requires these things of these individuals in order to get your app in the App Store?
I am on Apple's side here.
What? Why is that?
Because for one, 99 cents isn't a lot of money. For another, I think that helps. It helps good quality apps to be out there, because if you ever saw what's available on like the Google Play Store, it's a cluster.
Yeah.
It really is, though.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a mess.
Marvin, you've been on it. You were on Android for years too, right?
Yeah.
Nicole, were you ever on Android?
I was, yes.
Oh my god,
I mean,
we've all been to that side.
Do you
Except
remember
for me,
You've never left
No.
the iOS?
never left.
Dang,
Never
you
intend
are
to leave.
bougie.
Do you remember when
I'm so bougie. I
Jailbroken
don't even know
phones
what
were a
that
thing?
is.
It's a racist term. Don't worry. What'd you say?
Remember-
Great. I'm glad I said it.
jailbroken phones? Remember Cydia?
Oh, yeah.
Remember all that garbage you would
I
see
love
there?
Cydia, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but
you
those
have
make
like some
more
good
sense.
stuff, but you'd have a lot of crap though.
So Marvin, that was a good comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good comparison.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is whether or not that 99 cents is higher than competitive prices, because that's what the whole ordeal is, right?
I think
world,
a
yeah.
lot of it has to do with like probably Apple's cut. That's probably what people were mad about. More.
Yeah, they're mad at that 30%. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think it's unfair at all.
I don't think it's unfair.
It's them saying that, hey, look, if you're coming to play in, like in our backyard, like
If you
this
want to
is
be part of our
the cost.
family.
Exactly. The cost is right $100. I need to make sure that you're not here just to throw out trash. You're actually going to try and make an impact, right?
Yeah.
So right there, you pay to play $100, and then after that, if you go, all right, well, now I want to recoup that cost. They go, all right, well then now you're on our platform, and we make sure that everything is sorted out and organized and found easily and whatever. So in order for us to do that, when you sell it, minimum you're going to do it is $1. Right, so if you want to go ahead and make it affordable, fine, but understand that we're going to take 30 cents of that to make sure that we can go ahead and continue to make your app available when everyone's going to bed at night and across the planet, to make sure that they can download and whatever the submit and subscribe, all that crap.
That's the issue I have with this whole thing. I don't look at it as a monopoly.
I agree.
It doesn't feel that way, and that's the way people are dressing it up, and I don't
Yeah.
think that's the right term.
I honestly, I think at the end of it all, it's like if you feel like that's unfair, go build it for Android. I mean, realistically, Android platform. I don't think Google charges you to use their developers portal. And heck, even the Android operating system, I don't think you have to pay to license it on certain devices, like under a certain spec, which is why there's so many crappy Android phones.
Okay, so check this out. Did you ever look at the game list for Ouya?
No, did you look it up?
I did.
Okay.
And with the way it was, I couldn't search for anything like online properly.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of when I was fixing a customer's tablet. It was a Samsung tablet.
Yeah.
Used the Google Play Store.
Yeah.
When I was looking at that, and just the amount of crap that was there,
Yeah.
reminded me of the Google Play Store.
Yeah.
And it was tough to find what I actually wanted to find.
Yeah.
At least with Apple, I can find it.
And so often you hear about how on Android, like an app was created to look just like a legitimate one or whatever, and it's phishing your for your information,
and it's a virus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When's the last time you had a virus on your Android phone or your iPhone? I should say.
Never that I'm aware of. I don't think I have.
No, that's not a thing.
It doesn't happen.
No.
And granted, I know Apple is a lot more strict with the way they handle apps. If something looks too close, like to another app that you've developed, they're not going to let you push it through.
Nope. Not at all. No. I agree with what you were saying, Adam. That I think people are just trying to turn into something that it's not.
I don't know. Here's hopefully with all this we get Flappy Bird back.
Yeah, that game made a crap ton of money, didn't it?
It did.
And then it got pulled for something?
And the dude went nuts. He's like, I don't like this. I don't like anything that's happening right now. I don't like all this wealth. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was
exactly maybe
Yeah.
he was upset with the cut that Apple wanted to take because he was going to make it a 99-cent product.
I think I vaguely remember what you were saying was right, Marvin, where it was, right? That the guy was just all like, everyone keeps hitting me up on Twitter and all kinds of mean stuff, and you can't give people nice things, right?
You know what's funny about that? This is the first time I thought about talking about Flappy Bird since we talked about it on Obscene Take back in the day.
Wow, that's
we had a whole conversation on that.
Yeah,
we did.
I think my iPhone 4 still has Flappy Bird on it.
On it, yeah. That's funny.
Yeah,
that is funny. And with that, we leave it to die, just like Obscene Take. The next topic I've got here for you guys, a little bit more lighthearted.
It's the death knell of.
It's the Chinese gong show, man.
Oh,
oh, did you? Yeah, this is going to be an interesting listen for me. Pixar's got a film recently that we saw that they announced called Onward, right?
Yeah, that's the one with the monsters.
Yeah, or with the magic or whatever.
Monsters.
That too, sure. Monstragic.
Monsters. Monsters Inc.
So that is their first release after Toy Story 4, which I think is out now, right?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
And one of you guys, I think, said last episode that from here forward, it's all original stuff, right?
Yes.
So they announced the next film after that, and it's called Soul. So real quick, before we jump into Soul, actually, are you guys Pixar fans?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure. I mean, I've dropped off as far as viewing their films.
Gotcha.
So.
Off the top of your head, right? Just quick fire, favorite Pixar film? Go.
Pass.
Go.
I'm gonna say Up.
Okay, go.
Cars 2.
Yeah,
Lies.
okay. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, right. You expect us to believe that?
Funny story about Marvin's just like, what?
You can shut off his mic, remember?
I could. I do have the power.
I got the power!
Yeah, but see, it was quick.
That was quick. It's too quick.
It felt real.
Let's go.
It felt real because
No.
it is real.
No, that was not.
Cars 2 is actually where I stopped watching Pixar movies.
It was a pinnacle for him. So
It can't get better than this.
We have arrived.
Later.
It was one of the worst movies that I've ever seen.
I've never even watched
in a
all of
theater.
that.
It was
Did you say
terrible.
Like it was like a James Bond.
It was
with
James
cars?
Bond with cars,
Yeah.
and it was absolute trash.
Yeah. So they didn't utilize Owen Wilson's repertoire of acting ability.
Owen Wilson,
Yeah.
his character of the red car, whatever that is.
Lightning
McQueen.
Yes.
That's what it is. Thank you.
Thanks.
And his words saying "wow" as
Wow.
many times.
Yeah.
Oh, ka-ching.
Wow.
Ka-ching, right? Ka-ching.
So
That just sounds racist.
The
I don't
jingle.
know. It just
Larry,
Topanga.
Larry, the cable guy, was the main
Mater?
character in that movie.
Yeah, I saw that in the trailer.
It was bad.
Yeah,
It was really bad.
But what was yours?
It wasn't Michael Caine. One of the.
he was.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's like so many.
Spit it out. Just one. Just
I'll
shoot
just
it.
say Incredibles.
Okay.
Okay, so for real,
For real.
it's a toss up between Up and Toy Story 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for
Toy
me-
Story 3 was good.
And those are serious. Like I'm not just
Mine is
being a
Incredibles.
jerk.
For me, it was
with
Incredibles or
Marvel.
Wally.
Yeah.
Oh crap!
That's where
I-
it would have
I-
been split.
I enjoyed Wally a lot.
Wally was really good.
Yeah, it was good.
Just the storytelling aspect from it, where nothing was said for a while, and they
Yep.
just conveyed so much.
First 20 minutes of
And
that
it-
film.
yeah.
And that movie was so bitter. with its jabbing at us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fat
Yeah.
people everywhere.
Yeah.
What do you have against Jordan Peele?
That's probably why we're friends, Marvin. Like that was my split. It was between Incredibles and WALL-E, and it's because I love sci-fi like so much. I'm good. I didn't get any last time, but I'm gonna have to try to.
It's tempting, right?
Yeah, but it's Incredibles. I think just does like that amazing like nuclear family like superhero.
I love superheroes.
Like, telling of the story and everything. I thought was great.
And Marvel.
And then and WALL-E, I thought it's just that sci-fi aspect, man. The idea that it shows you that what we become. What was it? What's the name of the franchise that like was everything? Everything was big.
I don't even remember.
Oh crap! But that, you know what I mean? The fact that it's like it was like the Walmart of everything, and it just took over.
The fact that people didn't walk anymore and they were just zipping around
in their recliners. Yep, it was funny. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. WALL-E and Eva. But anyway, so their next film, right after Onward, is called Soul, and the tagline for it is "Ever wonder where your passion, your dreams, and your interest come from? What is it that makes you you?" The movie will take you on a journey from the streets of New York City to the cosmic realm to discover the answers to life's most important questions. You know what this kind of reminds me of?
Infinity War.
No.
Infinity War, because he's in space and then he comes
and
to
they did
New
start
York.
in New York.
Yeah.
They did start in New York. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And he's trying to get the Soul Stone.
This is this is the story of
Boromir. Yeah.
Tony Stark. Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking it was the story of Thanos.
Him too.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna say if that's what it is, I am out.
No, it reminds me of like what they did with oh my gosh, what's this one with all the characters in the head?
Inside Out.
Thank you. I'm like Inside Out. Which I thought Inside Out was actually like surprisingly good.
It was surprisingly good. Yeah.
That was a movie that supposedly
when the happy-go-lucky guy.
Yeah.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it, man.
I'm not spoiling it, but that part was wow.
So
Don't
last
spoil
year,
Inside Out, which is like 7 years old.
Hey man,
Don't spoil it for me.
You haven't seen it?
I've never seen it.
What?
I told you Cars 2 was pretty much the last one I saw.
You're a monster.
No.
I'm really rethinking this whole podcast, guys. I'm really rethinking it.
No, you know
Going
what?
to Oregon.
Andrew Stanton is a monster.
Who is?
Andrew Stanton.
Andrew Stanton. Who's Andrew Stanton?
The guy,
By and large, that was from WALL-E.
By and Large. Thank you. Is he the head of By and Large?
he's the guy that isn't he the guy that got in trouble for being a dirtbag?
Oh my gosh! Another one.
Kevin Spacey?
No. He was a dirtbag.
He co-wrote A Bug's Life, Finding Nemo, Finding Dory, WALL-E, John Carter. I don't see anything about him being trash.
Bug's Life had explicits in it until I played it for my students.
No, you're talking about Ants, right?
Ants.
Oh, Ants.
One of the two.
Yeah.
Definitely
Don't
not
confuse the two. Yeah. Ants was for adults. A Bug's Life was for families.
But no, what isn't Andrew Stanton moving on to DreamWorks because Disney more or less fired him because he was rapey?
I'm pulling him up on Wikipedia. Let's find out. Andrew Stanton, Pixar, 1990. Early life filmography. No, man, I don't see anything about him getting screwed.
Then who was it that worked for Pixar? That
John Lasseter?
Oh,
I think that's who you're thinking.
You know
of.
what? Sorry,
Yeah.
Andrew Stanton.
Way off base.
No, you know what?
Yeah.
I got them confused. And Lasseter, I believe, actually directed Cars 2. Did he not?
I don't know if he directed.
Quickfire, come on, Will.
Known for Toy Story, Bug's Life, Toy Story 2, Cars 2. Cars 2, Lasseter oversaw. He was executive producer. Oh no, he directed.
He directed Cars 2.
He did
Yeah.
Cars 2.
Yeah. And see, that's where I dropped off. And also, I was like, you know what? Good riddance, because I really hated Cars 2. So,
I never saw Cars 2.
yeah, don't bother.
His final
You're not
Pixar
missing
film was
anything.
Toy Story 4. And the last story credit that he'll receive is for Frozen 2, where he was executive producer. Oh, John Lasseter.
Yeah.
I'm
Scumbag.
kind of glad that Pixar is doing kind of these weird things again. Onward. Doesn't look too terrible.
Did you ever see the short that they did?
Did you know that Toy Story 4 doesn't have a short?
Really?
Yep.
That's surprising.
I saw that on the news.
Because it's
They're not
the
gonna
end.
do one.
Yeah. Well, there was a short that they did that was a little more mature about. It's like in the Western period. There's actually blood and stuff in it.
Really?
And they let a couple of Toy Story people just kind of write their own thing.
Yeah.
And it was really good. I wouldn't mind a dark Toy Story, dark Pixar movie. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't mind it. I think Pixar does amazing work with CG. Especially even if you're not watching for the stories, but watching what they pull off, like, on a technical level, film after film is impressive. So
I wish Steve Jobs still owned them.
I mean, I feel like they kind of still do.
So I'm wondering how deep that movie's gonna go. If it's gonna go into like that nature versus nurture question in like psychology. Is it your genes that make you who you are, or is it
That's a good question.
how it's?
I just
how
really
you're
want
brought
this. This is something that I really want to be like very artsy and like deep thought.
Yeah.
And people are gonna drop
But what's crazy
tons
is
of hallucinogens and watch.
I want it to be the Videodrome of Pixar movies.
Pixar film. What's crazy though is
It's funny you say that. Videodrome is the next Adam analyzes.
And we just
Excellent.
watched that.
Oh, the gun? It's like, what is he doing?
It's crazy
Amazing.
because I think
Yeah.
Pixar could
Good
pull
movie.
something off like that. I don't think that's something that DreamWorks would be able to pull out of their like belt.
Not even on their best day. No offense to DreamWorks.
Yeah,
It's different.
I think it's very different.
I'm still waiting on a sequel to Shark Tale.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
I'm waiting on a re-release of Food Fight.
Thanks for ending that topic.
The dolphin / shark.
Yo, let's talk about Stephen King for a second here. Stephen King's The Stand. You guys know what The Stand is?
Yes.
Did you guys? I know you do, Adam. Nicole, did you ever see The Stand?
That
Thanks.
still has one of the best intros I've ever seen in my life.
No lie. Yes.
Oh my god, I love that intro. It's like, what the heck is going on?
Yes.
And then Don't Fear the Reaper.
God, I love it.
Oh,
I still
man.
got to go back and watch that, man.
So good.
Can I buy that digitally now? I got to check that out.
I'm sure it's probably on iTunes or something.
I'm looking it up. But anyways, go ahead.
Probably, but
It's not sponsored.
Paramount or Lionsgate owns that now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you should be able to.
The Stand. Anyways, so
But anyway, for the people that don't know, I'm a fan of The Stand. I mean, outside of cheesy filmmaking, it's cheesy '90s telemovie filmmaking.
It is,
But it's a good.
it's a really good story.
It's a good
though.
miniseries. It's
Yeah.
a good story.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. That's one that's getting remade, right? And I think they're trying to do it as a two-parter.
Not surprised.
It's a TV series now,
Is it a TV series? now?
which I think is the proper way to do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially if they're trying to go after the same. God, that miniseries was so long, but it was so good, and it's so weird.
Wasn't it like a week?
Yeah, it was. It was a week event. Yeah.
Man, I really do got to watch that again.
Way better than Tommy Knockers.
So the premise behind this, right, is that I haven't actually seen all of the Tommy Knockers.
It's Jimmy Smith's finest moment.
The Stand.
You didn't like his acting in episode 3, Revenge of the Sith? Where he's like, oh, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys are killing people. Bye.
The end. After a deadly.
Was he like Leia's adopted father? Or
Yeah.
whatever? Yeah.
And that's
Nice.
the last time you saw him.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny.
He was
I
Bail
remember.
Organa.
I really don't.
That's where
know.
she got her name from. Leia Organa.
He died in
Alderaan.
That's funny.
No, he died in Alderaan.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say
Kaboom.
his character died in NYPD Blue, right?
I think
Did
so.
he?
Did he?
I never watched
know.
NYPD Blue.
Well, no, I didn't either, but I was wondering if he was going to come back for the reboot because they're like,
Oh, they're trying to
rebooting
reboot that too?
Yeah.
Right. So the synopsis for The Stand is, after a deadly plague kills most of the world's population, the remaining survivors split into two groups, one led by a benevolent elder and the other by a maleficent being, to face each other in a final battle between good and evil. this movie starts off, as like as a whole like plague thing. It turns into like just a survival, kind of drama.
Yeah.
And then it ends with this like it
all
really is like
biblical.
good.
I was going to say
versus evil,
it's
biblical
very
type
religious
stuff.
by the end of it.
It really is. And I wasn't mad at that journey at all. It was interesting to watch, interesting to see.
Don't stop believing, Marvin.
Yeah.
The remake is going to be good.
Or we're going to have to go our separate ways.
But I guess
kudos to you.
he hit more than one, huh?
Yeah.
Boom.
Roasted. The remake, I guess there's been some casting rumors that you've got here. Adam, you've got the list, right?
I do.
So the original starred Gary Sinise, I think, as one of the
Stu Redman.
Yeah, as Stu Redman as one of the main characters. There's a couple, of course, that you followed through. But Gary Sinise and Marvin, you and I, kind of agree. He's a very good actor, underappreciated, and I don't think he's really had like a moment to like shine.
I mean, Mice and Men. He was in
Lieutenant Dan.
He was Lieutenant Dan. He was on The Martian. No, not The Martian. That was something else. It was
Mission to Mars.
Mission to Mars.
And I
thank
love
you.
that movie.
Apollo 13.
No matter how bad people say it
So
is.
okay,
Apollo 13.
real quick, Mission to Mars is very underrated.
It is, right?
I think so
Yes.
too.
I
think it was a
enjoyed
bad
that.
movie.
I'm
No.
in good company here. I like this table.
Because wasn't Don Cheadle also in that? Was
Yes,
he the one that was stuck
Yep,
on the planet?
Stuck
Yeah.
on the planet. Don Cheadle did a great job too.
Yep.
I really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah,
Bless
it's good.
you guys.
And wow, what was his name?
You guys want
He
to
died
start a
in space.
podcast? We should do that.
No.
A Gary Sinise podcast where
Yes,
we just discuss
just Gary Sinise,
Gary
in
Sinise
general.
projects.
I saw him
Yeah.
wearing jeans the other day.
There's also a show back in the day
Cinema
that was
with
Mission
Sinise.
to Mars. Had nothing to do with the movie that I don't
What?
think.
A Mission to Mars show?
Yeah,
No.
it was like the 70
You're,
or whatever.
you're thinking of the show Life on Mars.
Yeah, Life on Mars.
What the heck is Life on Mars?
Oh, that was based off the British show.
Mm-hmm.
It's based when he wakes up and he's like went back in time.
Yeah, he's
And then they
in
tried to
back
make
in
an American
time
version. It
and
just didn't pan out.
Yeah,
it went through one season.
Yeah.
Woo!
and
It was,
and
it was
it,
actually wasn't that bad.
and it effectively ended itself too, because it.
He woke up at
Yeah.
the end.
Yeah, and you
Spoiler alert.
find out he's on Mars.
She says after she ruins. Oh, I've seen
Yeah.
this, like the art for it or whatever.
Yeah, that was the British one.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
this.
Are you talking
British
about
one.
the British one that ended where he wakes up, or the
The
American
English.
one?
No, the American version.
American one.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
This is why I have him, because he's always like knows titles and things.
Life on Mars.
Gosh,
You know
you guys
that
are
one
making me
movie-
stretch my brain to remember stuff.
Right?
This episode is very nostalgic.
We're just throwing out all the obscurities.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you got on the list here for to cover? They did. There's a rumor for Gary Sinise replacement, right?
Yeah, you just want to. I guess I'll throw it out there, and we'll see what we say.
Yeah.
Or what we think. It looks like James Marsden is going to play Stu Redman.
Who does a great job on Westworld?
Yeah, he's.
Yep.
And the original X-Men.
I mean,
yeah, he was a good.
he
Cyclops.
he looks like he's going to do a good job in Sonic the Hedgehog. So I mean, hey,
He's going to carry that movie.
Disrespectful. We were trying to be nice.
yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that casting. And then you got Whoopi Goldberg is going to be Mother Abigail,
Okay.
which. I mean, you guys said that she looks rough nowadays, but I don't know. I don't think she's old enough.
Rough enough, and then there's, prosthetics, obviously. So she'll be fine.
And then we got Amber Heard. Amber Heard is in negotiations to play Nadine Cross.
I'm cool with that.
Who's going to join up with Mr. Flag?
Yeah, she's a very attractive actress. I just don't know if she's talented enough to carry that. If I'm being honest
Mira
with you.
in.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't
In,
know.
Aquaman, which she didn't do bad in.
She didn't do bad in it at all.
Yeah.
She
I
could
mean,
be in
I've-
any other movie. I don't care.
I mean,
Wow.
okay. Here's the issue. I've seen her in movies like I've seen her in Drive Angry.
Okay.
I've seen her in Zombieland.
Okay.
Not like dramatic stuff. So I don't know
Yeah.
how she's gonna do
doing
here.
that. Yeah.
Hey, are you saying Drive Angry wasn't dramatic? That's messed up, man.
I actually really enjoy that
There's-
movie.
But you're saying it's not a drama. I thought it was drama.
Still no rumor on Randall Flagg, though, right?
No, but hopefully they get the guy that plays Eugene on The Walking Dead.
No,
Oh,
I want.
Or his twin.
Oh my goodness.
I would love for
Same
Matthew
bullet.
McConaughey to come back as Randall Flagg because he looks the part, man. And I didn't watch the
Dark Tower?
Gunslinger. That, thanks. Yeah, the Dark Tower.
Yep.
Marvin's like, I got one.
finally.
I mean, I'm just remembering all sorts of
Is there
crap
a
tonight.
slot machine sound where like you hit the jackpot? You got it right. Yay! But yeah, I'm not mad at the casting so far. At least the rumored, casting.
Yeah, well, James Marsden is pretty much a lock at this point.
Yeah, and he's a solid actor. Again, I think he does an awesome job. I think he's shown you his range of acting in Westworld. Is really what did it. And I didn't have anything against him before. I'd seen him in Superman Returns, right?
So
Yeah.
Superman Returns.
He was on that one
the
Netflix show
X-Men.
recently with Christina
Here's-
Applegate.
Here's
is he on that? I
Yep.
haven't seen that yet. Dead to Me or whatever.
Here's
Yeah.
the catch, though. This is another CBS All Access, and I think this is a big one for them.
What's
The
I could
the
see that.
Stand.
The
I think
Oh,
this
yeah,
is a pretty
that would be
big
huge.
one.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been trying to get it off the ground for what,
It's a
years?
winner.
Yeah.
They've been trying to get off the ground for years because I know Warner Brothers had the rights to it for a while,
Oh, okay.
and that's where Ben Affleck was trying to do like a 2-movie or even a trilogy,
Oh,
if you
for
remember.
Again.
Push that mic over.
and it was it was years ago, so
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, fingers crossed, man, because it really was and if you haven't seen it, I recommend go watch it. Don't be afraid to sit there for 4 hours and really dig in.
It's more like 6, I think.
Is it?
I want to say it's
I think
long.
it's like 6 hours. I want to say it's 6 hours.
Yeah, and I feel like we've had this discussion before.
We have
361 minutes. Woo! Do the math real fast on that.
divided by
6 hours.
60.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
6 hours. Yeah.
Still
What-
worth it. Go watch it.
One other thing for anybody that does not remember any of these ABC Stephen King miniseries, at one point in time they were a big deal.
Oh, I remember it being on the cover of TV Guide.
Yeah, it was a big deal because we had those movies. We had The Stand. We had it. The Tommy Knockers. Lesser extent, Storm of the Century
Man,
was.
Oh, yeah,
it was
I remember
much
that
later.
one, yeah.
You had the Langoliers.
Langoliers, yep.
I mean, it was a big deal back in the day, and sadly, we do not get that anymore.
Yeah.
And going back to those things, they're kind of cheesy.
So does it bother you that another shared cinematic universe for Stephen King's, it's there? Does that make you angry because it's a cinematic universe that's shared with Stephen King?
It's not really.
It's-
I mean, it's
it's all
shared
tied
in his
together.
books. It's
Yeah.
shared in
Because
his
it's a
books.
cinematic
In
universe.
the
Does that make you
movies,
mad?
it's not really tied together.
Yet.
It's gonna
Yes.
happen. You know what?
Dark Tower has Randall Flagg, the Man in Black.
Yeah, and you know what? Under the Dome, he wants to get that remade.
And I
You're
see
welcome.
nothing
Under
wrong
the
with
Dome
that.
was a good concept. It was such a crappy
show
show,
sucks.
though, man.
It sucks
It
so
really
bad.
was.
Man, I'm gonna get you
Oh,
Under the
God.
Dome and Cars 2 for you're gonna get both of those movies
Happy birthday!
and a can of Vienna sausages.
Is it though?
Worst birthday ever.
He's literally, this is what
It
you
will
think of our
sit
friendship.
and it won't be open.
It'll stay.
Oh,
sealed.
it'll be there.
priceless.
It'll be there, just
you do
like
is-
that GIF.
You buy it for him on Blu-ray, and then you put it inside the Blu-ray player, and the Blu-ray player comes unpackaged. So that way, when you actually hand it to him on his birthday, all you do
Yeah.
is set it under the TV and plug it in.
Yep,
And be like, ready to watch.
it's gonna be in his voodoo.
Let's go.
Or just or by his
That's the best way to
That
do
would
it.
be a
Yeah.
pretty good one.
That would be
That'd be good.
He's like, what the heck? Recently purchased. What is this?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
well, so somehow I wound up with Super Troopers 2
Yeah, that's
on
exactly
my,
what I was thinking
like,
of.
you remember that when we were trying to figure out where it came from?
Yep.
Did
You
you,
got
ever
it.
figure it out?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have
You
no
got-
idea.
yeah, you
Like,
got it
I'm
free.
not a fan of that
Congrats.
movie.
That movie's got a couple good jokes in it, but it's not as good as the
This
first
is
one.
off topic, but man,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got that email today about Ultraviolet being shut down. It made me a
Yeah.
little sad. Made me a little bit sad.
Same
It's like,
here.
you have 10 things in your library. I didn't remember having that many things.
I
in
got
my
the email too,
ultraviolet.
but I didn't sign in. I didn't go look. Does it say it in the email?
No, you had to
Oh.
sign in.
The only one for me that wasn't linked was the Sony one, which I had one movie, and I don't care.
I tried to get my Fandango
was
linked, but it just kept saying it wasn't the right email or password, and I knew it was right.
Yeah. I guess Movies Anywhere kind of killed that.
I think Ultraviolet was way out a long time ago, though, because it sucks.
It did.
It was a pain.
Yeah,
was.
that's the issue with it. It was a
Too
pain to
convoluted.
be linking. Well, everybody had their own services, so it was spread across multiple things. It
Not gonna lie, Movies Anywhere is
Amazing.
pretty convenient.
I love what they did. Yep.
Yeah, it was so good. I thought it was fake at first, honestly.
And then, by the way, Lionsgate and Paramount, when are you going to join that?
Yeah.
No,
Like, seriously.
so we can get the Star Trek series on Movies Anywhere.
Yeah.
Generations.
I'm just saying, like, I'm sick
Sure.
of buying something
First
on.
Contact.
I'm sick of
I've never
buying
seen
something
that. First
on one
Contact.
service and not having it across everything. And
Generations I've seen. I was thinking something else.
Lionsgate and Paramount have to be stupid about the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, they're being jerks.
Yeah.
Before we jump into our big topic, which is the discussion and review of Black Mirror Season 3.
Season 5.
Let's talk about a couple trailers real quick.
Yeah.
I know I keep
Season
banging on the
5,
table.
Will.
Season 5, thanks. Why is it? Did I type in Season 3? I did.
Yeah, you
it's-
did.
it's-
We didn't
it's-
type
it's-
that.
It's been there, and we just
Well, you
left
did
it.
add stuff, so
I only added the things
I
that were
put
worth
3 because
adding.
I was thinking 3 episodes. That's what it was. But anyways, there are 2 trailers that dropped recently. Ad Astra, which is starring Brad Pitt and Tommy Lee Jones.
I don't even know
And
what that was.
The final trailer, more noises,
Yeah.
for Stranger Things Season 3.
Yeah.
So
Season 5.
I want to touch on Ad Astra real quick.
Stranger Things Season 5.
Yeah, man, it's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon. I want to see The Boys on Amazon. I think that comes out in a couple days.
Yeah, Boys Don't Cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So
Hilary Swank.
I think we should actually talk about that real quick.
The Amazon thing.
The Amazon
The Boys.
thing,
That was
because
pretty
it's
hilarious.
good.
Was it Bad Omen or what was that show
Good
called?
Good
Omen.
Omens?
Good Omen, yeah.
Good Omens.
Yeah.
Supposedly
With
it's
David
great.
Tennant and
What's his name?
Yahoo
Werewolf.
Serious.
Yeah. What?
okay.
What is his name?
I mean, I've just got to throw in. I've got to throw in either Bobcat Goldthwait or Yahoo Serious in almost every episode.
Trying to pull
Or
him up
Nicolas
here.
Cage.
Cast. Michael Sheen. That's his name.
Yeah, that guy.
Michael Sheen, David Tennant. I didn't know John Hamm was in there too. That's funny. He plays Gabriel. All right. So, Good Omens, I got to see. The Boys, I got to see. Ad Astra, though, does look. It reminds me of Interstellar, with just kind of this kind of space epic, of trying to save, I guess, humanity or whatever the case is. What I like about it is that it's not a sequel to something. It's not a prequel to something.
Yet.
I didn't even know it was being made, if I'm being honest. So, trailer comes out of nowhere, and it's all like, oh, okay, good. Something original. I'll take that.
And it's Brad Pitt's production company.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Plan B. Plan
okay.
B is his company.
While it's original, it kind of looks similar. Like, I feel like I've seen that
I don't
story
even
before.
get the joke.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
agree
Here,
with that.
what is the joke here, Marvin?
Plan B?
Plan B.
The
The pregnancy stuff.
pregnancy.
Oh,
I was like,
Really
talking
good
about
catch.
two different things here.
Marvin's over here laughing at people
$46.
destroying babies. Just kidding. I'm a supporter of Plan B. Not like I have to worry about it, but
Yeah.
Hey,
I was
you
gonna
never
say.
know.
not me.
Hey, you never know. You could be.
It would take a literal
Magic.
miracle. Oh, nice. That's good.
There was the miracles noise.
I mean, how do you like your eggs? You already told us so.
Fertilized. Nicole looked into my eyes when I said that.
Oh yeah.
How do you like your eggs?
Uh-oh.
Oh my god! Welcome.
This is what I call off the rails.
Welcome to Boffum.
Boffum.
Stranger Things, on the other hand, you guys fans of Stranger Things?
What is that?
The Netflix series about a bunch of kids who find their way to stand on their heads.
Oh, dude.
Just-
Yeah, that was
Upside
the,
Down.
No, that was the one that was on Amazon.
Yeah.
With little Willie Beeman.
Yeah.
Yep.
Little Willie
Hulu
Beeman.
Things. That's what it's called. Hulu
Yeah.
Things over on Amazon.
Hulu things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Fan of Stranger Things?
Yes.
Adam, fan of Stranger Things? I think you're a fan of more the aesthetic than anything, but
Well, yeah, he did say he's like a 80s guy. No,
Yep.
70s guy last time.
There's a lot to like about the show. I like the first season a lot better than the second season.
all right.
The first season is better.
Yeah, it's much
Nicole?
better.
I enjoy it. I at first didn't think I was gonna like it, but yeah, I enjoy it.
Enjoyable.
I mean,
I did enjoy the first season. Would you
stranger things have happened.
You know what? You get this. There you go.
Thank
Is that
you.
a fart noise? I hope it's a
You get this.
It definitely is, Will.
Uh-oh, what are we looking at?
What are you doing?
I was just checking time.
Oh, okay. We could have glanced at it. Yeah, whatever. So the show, yeah, Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a huge diehard fan. Like really, Stranger Things, I could take it or leave it. I don't have to watch it. But
Yeah,
season
because you haven't
3,
watched Avatar: The Last Airbender yet.
is that what dictates Stranger Things' popularity? I thought the trailer for season 3 looked really good. It looked like it had a bigger budget, and
Season 3 of Avatar: The Last Airbender is also really good.
yeah, I'm pretty sure the budget was the same on that one. Though.
Actually, it was a little more. They
Was
had
it?
a little more to work with.
A little
yeah.
bit more. All right. Did they do? No.
Hey, Will, you should just watch the movie.
You're right. It condenses everything into trash.
And Marvin's gonna jump over the
Awful.
table.
Awful.
Oh no.
I mean,
there's the knife.
I don't have a knife. That's not a knife. This is on you guys' streaming list though. July 4th, right? You guys gonna hop to it right away?
yeah,
and watch it?
A-list. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's what dictates it.
I'm totally gonna watch it with Prime. Yeah.
Totes my goats.
I don't think we'll watch it right away, but eventually we'll.
I'm
Watch it.
behind on like a lot of shows.
I mean,
Yeah, that's how I feel.
So jokes aside, I mean, we'll probably watch it because I may do an Adam analyzes on it or something.
Hey,
but
there you go. You should do a show.
And call it Adam Analyzes.
what?
It's where you analyze things.
He said anal eyes. You know that, right?
Analyze?
Yeah. Adam analyzed.
It's my strong accent.
ANALEYES.
That's
Point me.
that's actually an adult film.
Adam analyzed. In.
No, I was gonna leave my name off of it.
Oh, okay.
Off the rails.
I am a little bit. I'm probably more excited to watch this season than I have any of the 2 previous. So, because I season 1 didn't really know too much about it, didn't care. Season 2 was all like, all right, well, I enjoyed the first one.
Season
We'll see how
2
that turns
trailer was
out.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then,
I feel like I feel like I was more excited with season 2 than I am with season 3.
Oh, okay.
The season 2 trailer was great with Thriller and everything.
No.
With
that's
the way
right.
it was done, the
I
Super
forgot about
Bowl
that.
one,
And,
yeah, it was
yeah.
good.
Didn't they have they showed a lot of the Ghostbusters costumes, right?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Fingers crossed, I guess.
I mean, hopefully it's going to be good. I don't know because I really liked the first season.
Yeah.
And like you said, I kind of enjoy the aesthetic. The Steven Spielberg meets John Carpenter
yeah, kind of
like feel.
style to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So
I mean, all I gotta say is hope floats.
We all float down here.
by the way, real quick, season 3 last season. Because
it
you're
needs to end before it.
because you said it feels like it's going to be an ending.
Yeah, the trailer does. It gives me the idea that this is it. This is the whole big thing, and they can close it out. And I guess that makes a little more sense when I literally just now remember that you were saying that Netflix kind of closes out at 3 seasons.
Yeah,
where they're like, we don't want to
but
keep paying
The
people.
only way I would want a season 4 is if they do a time jump when they're adults.
Good point.
And
Like
the kids are still playing it themselves as adults.
No. You get
perfect.
Jessica Chastain,
Um,
Michael Fassbender. Oh wait, wrong one.
Yeah, Kit Harington, he
Yeah.
will be.
Yeah, 11.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Hey man, it's the future, okay?
Yeah.
Whatever surgery he decides to go through.
And Jorma, he will be Hopper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna die for sure.
No, hopefully it's the last season, but I don't think they're going to kill this off. I think they're going to milk it for another season or 2.
Yeah. No?
I mean, they probably make a lot of money just from Stranger Things. Right?
Oh, I don't doubt that.
Well,
I mean, especially with their partnership with the best flavored drink out there, Coca-Cola,
Faygo.
the new Coke, right?
That, and there's a huge Lego set
new,
for Stranger Things.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's like the-
Demogorgons and all
Dude.
that stuff?
Yeah, it's like an upside down world.
and
That's
and
funny.
it's
Pretty
it's actually getting bad as far as their promo stuff with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Bur-
it's sold out,
Dude.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
No, I mean
Like,
like
you're gonna have Stranger Things Malta.
which is
It
probably
tastes
gonna
like
happen.
the upside down.
It's waffle flavored lipstick, guys.
Which it's funny you say that because maybe the upside down one would taste good. It's a
No,
possibility.
no.
Let me get the can that you didn't drink. I'll just flip it
Yeah.
for you, and
Malta-
then drink it out the bottom.
Malta
That's
just
what
tastes
she
like
said.
Demogorgon. Yeah, Demogorgon sweat.
Probably.
Yeah, just look
That's
at
the
him.
case.
Yeah,
But no,
the life I live.
okay, but no, let's look at it though. Nike is doing promotions for Stranger Things.
Are they?
Yes.
I didn't see that.
I
Yeah.
didn't see that either.
Supposedly these shoes like disappeared in the 80s.
Wow, really? That's
It's-
funny.
it's
You pulling
kinda-
it up?
Yep.
I saw everyone typing away all of a
Yep.
sudden. Thank you.
Everybody is looking at this now, but Burger King's doing the upside down
That-
Whopper.
that is the.
Yeah, it's just where they have a Whopper and
Oh,
they
okay.
They
flip it over.
literally, flip it over in the package
Yeah.
and give it to you that way, which is, I got to be honest. Sometimes I've gotten my Whopper that way.
I just picture like a sleazy '70s guy's like, all right, here we go. This is what we're doing. All right, we just take it, flip it over, boom,
there
bing,
it
bang,
is.
boom, we got
Wrap
it.
it up. Yeah,
It is the laziest promotion ever.
for real though. That is that's so stupid.
They should have brought it with like the black buns that they had.
You would like the
Yeah.
black ones.
Yes.
Yeah, they are usually a little bit
Oh,
bigger. Yeah, I'm good. You
It's
guys
just
getting
green
these?
and orange.
You gonna
I
get your
mean,
stranger?
No, they have a bunch of different colors.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's a couple different ones.
There's like red, white,
See,
and
the
blue.
high tops, the blue. Right? Yeah.
Nelly will get the Air Force Ones.
Heck yeah!
With the Saint
Hand
Lunatics.
me
R.I.P. Nelly.
Super. Yeah.
But anyway, Netflix is not canceling this anytime soon. They are making tons off the licensing. They will be more than happy to give producer credits to whoever wants them for this.
So long as they.
I'd be all right if they do a time jump or if they do a Stranger Things and just kind of do like a sort of like Twilight Zone type deal. It's like another weird set of circumstances, maybe in another time period,
Yeah.
and just kind of have weirdness happening there.
I mean, they're another one. They had like a 4 or 5 season plan supposedly.
Just like Walking
I
Dead.
wouldn't be mad at the adult.
Yeah.
Time jump. I think that'd be interesting to
Like
see.
Will Byers' kid, he's like, oh, here it goes.
I
It's like
would.
and
Keenan
it
and
ends
Kel-
with that.
And I hate to say this, but I wouldn't be mad if they kind of took a page out of Fear the Walking Dead kind of approach to it and showed you something that
Some-
directly ties into this.
Correct,
But,
yeah.
with another
Oh,
group
yeah.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
And enough integration for you to be all like, holy crap, I remember that
Yeah.
happening over there. It makes sense that
Right,
this is happening here.
and somehow Screech is still there.
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then you get to watch what's her name die that everyone was so hung up on from
Jessie?
season
Oh,
one.
Barb.
Yeah,
right?
Barb.
Yeah.
Stupid Barb.
Wait, who's Barb?
The friend
The
that
girl
got
with
killed
the
by the
glasses,
pool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and
Everyone's
everybody's
all
like,
like, what happened to Barb?
Yeah.
She's gone.
She was there for
She's
like what?
Dead.
2 episodes.
Yeah.
She sucks.
Maybe 3.
Yeah, she smells like
Dead.
Malta now.
She's
smells like
over
death.
my best
Not the country, the drink.
Malta does
You're
kind of
right.
smell.
For a second, that really does sound like fashion on a country.
Malta does kind of stink.
The drink.
I don't think it smells good.
Yeah, the
Goya? Yeah. Goya Malta?
Goya Malta, Iberia Malta.
Ugh.
Oh, for all
of
my
them.
fellow Hispanics out there, white power.
That's all his fellow Hispanics
Too
out
much?
there.
No.
Drink something better.
Like New Coke.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. New Coke. Let's talk Black Mirror. This is a show that we've spoken highly of. Don't worry, guys. We're going to give you some spoiler-free stuff first, but we'll let you know when we really get into it. Season 5 of Black Mirror is being blasted as the worst season. It's 3 episodes. Oh, my God. I forgot the names of them. One of them starring...
Striking Vipers?
Thank
How
you.
can you forget that name?
Striking Vipers. Black Mirror, season
man.
5.
So I don't know if it fits into
Smithereens and Rachel, Jack, and Ashley 2.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it fits into spoilers, but we're gonna have to go and say about Marvin's reaction to Striking
Well,
Vipers.
that's the spoiler stuff that we'll get into. But so I'll go. We'll go down the line here, right? Overall, positive experience with season 5, or do you agree with the internet with it sucking so bad?
I've been
Nicole?
waiting all episode to talk about this.
Yeah.
Feels the same. For me, great plot. Still shows people struggling for acceptance. It's
It's what Black Mirror does. Yeah.
I guess I can see the internet hate, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed it.
Enjoyed it. Good. Adam.
I enjoyed it as well. I don't think it's as good as other seasons,
Okay.
but
I think especially coming after season 4,
Right.
which I think was probably the strongest outing. But
Season 3, maybe.
I don't know, but it's tough because the show is getting to have so many episodes now. Yes, I know some of the seasons are short, but it's tough for me to pick favorites now.
okay.
Favorites.
Or even pick like bad episodes, because even when the show is at its worst, it's never truly bad. And for the internet to be going off like it's the worst
the worst
show ever,
Yeah.
this is what I was saying about with Walking Dead and Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
The fan entitlement and everything, it's all
An episode
going
of Adam
into it.
Analyzes
You get the
over at
extremes. You can't
AdamAnalyzes.com.
have anything in between.
Yeah. You're right. But overall positive. Marvin?
Yeah, positive.
It didn't. Okay. It wasn't bad, but it felt like. See, Black Mirror to me has something where the technology is an issue, and it kind of felt tacked on here. It didn't feel the same as the other seasons.
Okay.
So it felt like there was a drama between characters, and it was like, tech aspect. Here, sprinkle it on. Boom.
We'll dive into that.
Yeah.
You're right. I can agree with that because I think in previous seasons they did a lot more introduction of new technology and kind of the evolutions,
Yeah.
of it. Whereas in this season, there's nothing new. I think every bit of tech that was shown was something that we'd seen previously.
Yeah, it didn't feel as
It was
near
kind of just
future.
in the background.
Like Smithereens takes place in 2018.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Does it?
That,
I didn't catch that.
that was one of the weird things about the show, is that this is the first time that I can remember that there was an actual like year and
Yeah.
In
and,
one?
and,
Gotcha,
and
gotcha.
time period
Yeah.
like to
Okay.
say, oh, this is when this is occurring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Overall, positive. I enjoyed it. I definitely don't think that people what people are saying online about it being the worst. Not by a long shot. Real quick before we jump into spoilers, last question is: would you recommend it?
I'd still recommend the series. It wasn't enough to turn me
The
off
season.
and say this is.
Okay.
I'd still recommend it.
The season. Okay.
It wasn't nearly enough to turn me off of it.
Okay.
I'd still recommend it. I just have my own personal qualms with it.
Okay. And we're gonna jump into that. It's gonna be fun
Marvin
stuff.
analyzes. New podcast.
Ma.
Ma.
Adam, would you recommend it?
Oh man. Yes, I would still recommend it.
Okay.
It's one of those things that I don't know. It like Marvin, it wasn't enough to turn me off or anything. I still enjoyed the storytelling here.
Okay.
It definitely wasn't the strongest outing for me.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, and I honestly agree with you there, but it wasn't super weak either.
No, it
like it
wasn't.
was still good. It was still entertaining for me.
So I recommend Black Mirror to at least one person in the world every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm
And
kidding,
so,
but
and
it's-
with as much love as you have for this season, you definitely would recommend it as well, right?
Yes.
Go out there, watch it.
No.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and give spoiler warnings, right? For those of you who are deciding to jump off, thank you so much for listening, man. We love you guys. InOurHonestOpinion.com for all of our links.
One more thing on that. I think season 5 is actually could be a good introduction as far as people watching it and maybe getting into it
And then into the darker stuff
like
for the-
like backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Good
I
point.
will
We'll jump into
continue
some
on
more on that. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's good. InHonestOpinion.com for all
We
of our
shared a
links.
thought.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Nicole, for joining. Again, to everyone who's jumping off. But we're going to jump into spoiler territory here. So you've been warned. Shall
Bye.
we? Yeah.
See ya.
All right. Here we go.
Or welcome to keep listening.
Welcome. Yeah, exactly. To the spoiler-filled portion
Are they
of Black Mirror's
Are they gone yet?
Season 5.
Okay, let's get into this.
Yeah, where do you guys want to start? You want to jump off what Adam was
I'm
saying?
gonna start unbuttoning my shirt.
I
Oh.
want to say something before we go to that. So,
Start with the button. Start the talk.
no, I can't keep a straight face. Okay,
alright.
so what
Eye
I was
contact
saying
only.
that it's getting,
Stared in
getting
my eyes.
people going through tragedy, helping people survive, just simple, normal life functions like dating, and using social, media and technology and how technology's changed, our lives
Yeah.
in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Technology has changed their lives, obviously, in Black Mirror. And what you guys talk about, the change or shift, I was thinking about this the other day, is that even the slightest or lack of bleakness, internet hate that people have been saying, maybe it's a possible shift, showing that technology, the world that we live in currently, can be cruel, sure, but in the end, people can change and people can make it great again.
Well,
Making Americans
Great again, yeah.
The Purge.
Yeah.
So,
You just maggot us?
I did.
but
But no,
Ew.
I mean, it's
really,
No, I was going to jump in. I mean, I think it's a valid point. It's interesting to see the shift, right? And I think that kind of what excited us initially, right? Because we've been watching Black Mirror for years, right?
Yeah, man.
Right.
Like 20 years.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. The technology was a little bit more far-fetched, right? And as we've kind of moved forward through time and now into this season, a lot of it does seem a little bit more normal. And even like in Striking Vipers, where like, remember that whole the pearl or whatever on the side of their head, like it was such a far-fetched idea, where here now it just seems more like VR.
Yeah.
And
Right.
VR games are a thing now, you know what I mean? Like
right, and
everywhere.
And that's the thing about that. That's the same thing that what's his face was doing in that the McAllister episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean,
Yeah.
it's the same thing. So I get that it's not something new, but they tackled a different idea behind it, kind of like it wasn't so much like porn, but it was kind of like the dangers of like porn and
Yeah.
sensory
Oh, yeah,
technology. Yeah. So I mean, that's what it had to say. So
Wanting to play Street Fighter and then get off with your best friend. Just bone time.
Yep. So I thought Striking Vipers was actually a great episode for a number of reasons, right? The casting of what is it, Abdul Mateen, and
Black Manta
yeah,
and Anthony Mackie.
and Anthony Mackie or whatever.
I was gonna say Mr. Mateen, wasn't that of the traveling?
Yes, it was.
But the casting of these two guys, right, who I think are two things, right? They're both strong, like looking like males, right?
Oh, yeah.
But then they're also strong black males.
Yeah.
And so the idea that these guys took on these roles that are, I mean, inherently like they're,
alphas, man.
they're gay, exactly. And kind of watching, one embrace it more than the other, but then, towards the end where they both kind of accepted that. I think that was interesting. I mean, hats off to those guys for like saying yes to those roles. And remember, I know this is a little weird.
Well, no, I'm gonna just question. I mean, like, is it really gay because it's in the game? Because you were saying about.
I mean,
that?
essentially, it is, right? That they're
I mean,
still,
it essentially
they're still
is.
feeding that inner desire.
Is
or
it
whatever.
bestiality because he tried it with the polar bear? I mean,
Yeah, I think so. But remember before where when we were talking about Avengers, right?
I mean, but that was supposed to be one of the questions
Yeah.
that we were supposed to think
kind
about.
of get
Yeah.
into. Yeah, no, you're right.
and I think that
And
was
they kissed in actual life, and
And I
it's
think
never
it was-
really answered.
I think that there was enough there to suggest that one of them was playing, or not one, but both were just trying to like play it off like they
that's
didn't-
what I
think
feel.
that's
Feel
what
something.
felt
Yeah.
I
like,
feel
too.
they were kind
Yeah.
of digging it, but yet
Didn't
they were
want
like,
to-
didn't wanna-
no,
Yeah.
exactly.
like
the-
this isn't right.
Exactly, acknowledging it publicly or whatever, or in the real world,
Right.
quote, right, would be what takes away from that. And again, I thought that was clever writing. I thought it was clever acting. What I was trying to get at with the whole Avengers thing was that in Endgame, I had said that I wasn't sure if Anthony Mackie had enough acting chops, right, to carry like the role of being like Captain America. And it was a question of his acting chops, nothing else beyond that. And this episode kind of solidified some of that, where it was like, yo, like he actually is, or not solidified, but turned me around on that.
Like
where
he
I
can
think,
handle a shield.
yeah, like, yeah. So I thought he did. I thought he did a good job there.
He felt he was making America great again. Okay.
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what he was doing.
As Captain America.
But I thought he did. I thought he did a great job. It's Charlie Booker, right, that writes all these.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
I think that this season overall, I think, was much more of a commentary on people now than previous seasons.
It felt more like a character study.
Right?
That's what it felt like more to me.
Yeah, because at the end of that episode, you see him and his wife, kind of like telling each other
They get a
how
they
they
get a hall
feel,
pass.
and and like again, it's letting them build their relationship and still, I guess, stay together, whether or not it's I guess accepting to the entire world. It's
Exactly.
accepting for them,
Yeah.
to do that.
I
So-
mean, that suggests a polyamorous relationship.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna
yeah.
say. It
It's
was, it was just a open marriage at
On
that
this
point.
day,
That's what I was thinking.
You can get down as I down my homeboy in Street Fighter.
Did you say the word? Yeah. Are we beeping that? Like,
I don't know. Should we
I
beep that?
think we do need to. Yeah, I think that needs to be beeped.
I mean, but only like half bleep so that you can hear the.
You got it on the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Got the timestamp.
Do it as like a South Park style bleep.
Yeah. So that, but you're right. And at the end that there was that kind of like symbol of trust between the two, right? That the one hands the box over and the other one hands the ring over. It was all like, hey, we're giving ourselves a pass, and that it's within itself is I guess a discussion on modern relationships, right? Those are things that people actually do now. And I think that if we had seen an episode like that a couple years ago, I think that would have been viewed as, oh, look at how taboo
Very
that is.
taboo,
That's
yeah.
exactly. That's very crazy. Nothing that is possible. I don't know.
You don't see
Again, I
them
wasn't
doing
at
that
the
on
season.
Coach.
No.
It's a great show.
That's a good one to throw into that where you're absolutely right.
It's a really
We're gonna
good
have
show. All right.
But
It was a good one.
going to the next episode,
Smithereens.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was thinking Ashley too for some reason, but that was the last one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ashley
that
too.
was episode 3.
Yep. You know what's funny? Just a little weird trivia here. Supposedly, the episode listing can vary from person to person. So I got it like Striking Vipers, Smithereens, and Ashley too.
That's what I got.
But supposedly, like some people get it like mixed around and
Really?
Really?
numbered differently.
Why?
No clue.
Because
No
it
clue why.
wasn't numbered differently at all on.
Yeah, anything I've seen
Mine.
it. Those are the order, but
It's like the dress
there
on
was something I was
Facebook.
reading
Yeah.
where some people got the Ashley 2 episode as episode 1.
Huh, that's weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe if they watched Bandersnatch and they did a certain thing or something, maybe that happened and it screwed everything
Just like
up.
Voltron, Lion Voltron was the first season that people saw overseas, while in America we saw Vehicle Voltron first.
Yeah.
Right, man.
Sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's it. Smithereens was a pretty entertaining one. I think in the sense of that, like, my bad. In the sense that I was actually like engaged. It was a simple episode.
Yeah.
And they did a good
It was
job.
like Phone Booth.
And as much as I think that movie actually didn't get great reviews,
It
did it? Okay,
yeah,
because
it
I
actually
remember
did.
I remember enjoying that. Like you're watching it from this one angle. Well, mainly from
movie's
this one
like
angle.
75 minutes too. It's way short.
Yeah, but you're watching it kind of unfold, and you're curious as to what comes next.
Yeah.
My second favorite Topher Grace cameo.
Yeah.
By the way, the first being Love, Death,
The
robots. Yeah,
I was gonna say Spider-Man 3, but
yeah. No.
What about Black Klansman?
No. Oh yeah, he was good in that, but that wasn't a cameo. That was an actual role. So he pops up in this, and
Billy Bauer.
I didn't. I didn't expect that, but that's definitely I think a riff on what's his name from Facebook, Zuckerberg.
Yeah, Mark
yep.
Zuckerberg.
And what's his name from Twitter? I think was supposedly like it was a merger of the two.
Brie Olson.
Is that his name?
No, it's not.
I was like, that doesn't sound right.
It's definitely not.
But it was the idea that where I think the episode was entertaining throughout. I think that what made it really good for me was at the end when finally everyone just kind of looks away, right?
Yeah.
You don't really
Yeah.
get to see the shot.
You don't
People
see what
have already
happens.
switched off to whatever next application.
Yep.
And again,
Now
an
it's
episode,
over. It's like,
yeah, an episode that completely speaks about to what people do
Yep.
now. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So many people are obsessed with, social media for sure. And so when he, essentially loses his wife just because of notification or whatever, he blames himself, of course, even though he's a drunk driver.
Yep.
But there's a lot of people that could probably attest to that, whether or not, they're checking a text message or checking Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, in their cars. So, yeah, it could definitely something that people can, I guess, relate to.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
See, I kind of felt that he was guilty, but trying to shift blame.
You felt he was guilty?
Yeah, I mean, he was looking away from the road. Yeah, there was a drunk driver involved. That is true. But he took his eyes off the road, and instead of kind of owning up, saying that you did it, he's like, this is kind of your company's fault. I get it, but he still kind of did this.
well, he's saying because it addicted him
Yeah,
and everybody else
understand,
because
but-
they can't get
yeah.
away from it.
But I think it also has kind of something to say where people just can't own up. That's
That's
one
a
of the
good point.
messages that I kind of took
that's
from
a
it.
good
So
point.
I took it as kind of both, right? I think where he did kind of take his ownership of
Yeah.
like where like I shouldn't have looked at it anyway,
Yeah.
but at the same time it's
overall,
been proven that
yeah.
like I think they're not proven, but there have been studies to show that a lot of the newer features and stuff like that are implemented
they're
in
designed
social media are designed to get you to
addicted.
look.
Yeah.
So it's a little messed up that like, hey, not only did like I look and that's where I screwed up, and he was like willing
Yeah.
to die right then, like, hey, I shouldn't have survived, this is definitely where I screwed up. But at the same time, like, you guys make this product that exposes to millions of people the same thing. Don't do that to them too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
also
Well,
do your part.
Let's look at it too with social media, how it evolved and turned into something more than what it was supposed
Originally,
to be.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, awesome
When-
cat memes.
Influencers are a thing.
and well, no, that's what I'm saying.
Kind of
is
what we're
that,
trying to be.
I mean,
Shut up, Marvin.
like,
I'm just saying.
Look at Facebook where it is now from where it was.
Yeah.
I mean, and then he would, you had the Billy Bauer character saying, "Man, we got so far away from where it
What I
was."
was
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
do,
It's
yeah.
not what I wanted.
and what it was, and
And he was even using helpful text to talk to him, which
Yeah.
was...
Not good.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not good, but it's a testament to what people do today. I mean, there's multiple people that I can think of offhand that would Google, oh, how do I respond to this? How do I
Yeah.
Yeah.
respond to an interview? How do I respond to, a question about, oh, I was in trouble at work
Yeah.
or something along
Yeah,
those
yeah.
lines?
Yeah.
I honestly just asked Siri.
The
I
constant...
do my homework.
The constant grab for information and how quick we can get it is
Oh, yeah. It's
definitely
You can
interesting.
find almost
The
anything.
table full of people with Apple Watches and
Yeah.
iPhones. Yeah, no, you're
Well,
absolutely
I
right.
mean, looking at my students again, like they know how to Google stuff, but at the same time don't, which is interesting because they'll ask me how to research something,
Yeah.
but they can,
I know exactly what you mean. I've got a
Yeah.
12-year-old, and I've seen that where it's all like, I know the question that you're asking, you're not asking it properly,
Right.
which is why
Yeah.
you're not getting the result that you're looking for.
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like, I do it all the time. I was like, man, I see something. How do I do this?
Yeah, yeah.
Google.
Yeah.
Boom.
Done.
This is a video. 30-second video. I
Yeah,
got time for
I got
this.
time.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah. I had a question for you guys before we move on to the next episode. Did you guys get the vibe that at the end, the Billy Bauer
every
character
day.
or whatever, that he kind of just like even he just kind of like ignored it, I guess, where he was just all like, all right, well, we'll get the girl the password or whatever, and then him even going back to his disconnect, where it was like, all right, well, I'm going back to meditating.
Yeah,
Well,
and that,
yeah. 'Cause, I mean, the thing is, everyone else just didn't want to partake. He actually wanted to kind of make the connection, so I do give him kudos for that. But then once everything was done, it's just like
he's just like, hey,
how things are now.
Yeah, exactly.
People just
It's
move
done.
on quickly.
they just move on. Yeah, I actually thought that was kind of funny.
Yep.
And
Throughout
again,
the
that goes back to social media and how
No.
easy it is
Continuing
to
that
continue.
commentary. Yeah.
yeah, and I think that that episode actually had some good social commentary on us.
Yeah, it did.
Us in particular, or just us as like
No, I mean like
in general?
us people in general.
Because if you look at like
'Cause you don't
social
know
media,
me.
it's all mostly always positive or something really negative to grab people's attention,
Yep.
so they can feel sorry or for themselves, and people feel sorry for them, and yada yada.
It's
yada.
one extreme or the other, right?
Yeah.
Either
Yeah.
life is perfect, look at everything that I have and can do, or everything is tragic, look at how.
Oh yeah, there's no
crazy
in
it is.
between on
Yeah.
social media. People like it as their highlight reel, or they like it so they can get pity from others,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
which is
unfortunate.
terrible. I've seen it happen too many times.
Yeah.
The last one here, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really think it was deep at all. Rachel, Jack, and
No.
Ashley too. I think this was just a fun episode overall. It was
like-
a story told.
We got Miley Cyrus,
So-
guys. Let's do
Yeah.
something.
Adam made a really good point, so I'm gonna let him talk about it. But I disagree. I think it was
I
actually
did?
pretty deep.
All right,
Pretty
analyze this,
deep.
Adam.
All right, yeah, I was about to
Nah.
say, analyze me. Come on.
Right now.
Like
I'm sorry to put you on the spot,
When he
but
stares
yeah,
at the.
you said a good point about it.
that maybe that it was a little bit of satire with real life.
Yep.
With Miley
Miley
Cyrus
Cyrus.
herself.
As
Yeah.
Hannah Montana.
As
Yeah,
Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana
Yeah.
and shedding,
Oh, yeah.
I caught
shedding
that.
the image.
Yeah.
So I think that was kind of a little bit of a, I guess, satire.
Do you think it was shots fired at Billy Ray?
No. Not
No, because I think that she still likes her dad. Does she not?
I know, but still.
She has, as far as I know, has a good relationship with their father, but I think is just a struggle with kind of, I mean, in other episodes as well, where you see the struggle of who finding you as a person, and
Yeah.
you have her manager trying to, I guess, sway her one way, and she's not that person anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be, and she's.
One thing that was overdone in this episode, I can tell you that, and that was when the programming changed, when they
Yeah.
unlocked the brain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Way overdone.
See, I disagree. I think that's when I think that's a highlight more on who she actually was, like in the background. The idea that this thing was sheltered from the rest of the world, but it was her true essence or whatever, and to finally like let that out. Now, granted, it was played to comedic effect because the moment it goes online and she's like, "Get this thing out of my butt!" Like,
Yeah.
so like, oh, that's kind of funny. Okay, cool. The movements of it or whatever, it's comical because again, it's this
It's over the
toy or
top,
whatever
yeah.
it is. But overall, I don't think it took away from the episode. I now that you're saying like a more satirical look on it, like I could agree with that a whole lot more. Sure, especially with it being Miley Cyrus. Who better to know that she had to play that double role? You know what I mean, for a portion of her life.
Yeah.
One of the worst
And now to
things-
actually kind of be, at least we think, right, herself.
one of the worst things about it is the AI,
Yeah.
the little Ashley 2 thing.
Yeah.
There
You
was
can
a
do anything.
Yeah,
That one?
there was a big tonal shift in the episode, whether intentional or not. Episode wound up feeling one way,
Yeah.
completely switched for me, and went a different direction as far as the feel of the episode.
You mean when it came to life? How it all like? Because I feel like that's when it.
Because it was played up for more of a comedic effect. It was something that we haven't seen much in a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah.
This is the one that felt completely different.
Disconnected.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
But and I thought it was a good episode overall. It just felt weird.
Yeah.
Like